set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
My bad, bro.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 20.
Let's go.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because the defense got it. They were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fighting his way through contact. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing Jones. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Flushed out right. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Pretty effective run there. To smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now Jones. He'll buy some time right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick here is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down.
You ain't let me pick a play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Off of play action, it's Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey is as tough to bring down as they come at the running back position, and he proved it right there. Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, That allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down, escaping the pressure right. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it, but this will fortunately
how the fuck is Albert chasing him if it's an outside linebacker blitzing? The fuck?
Now a handoff coming left, Evans. And he'll take this from about 4 up to the 46.
Make that shit make sense, man.
Now the
The
offense going to
fuck?
use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Jones. He'll flip this and he's
Holding.
taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
Brown. Gross Matos.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off play action, Jones. He's going to sling this.
Man, are you fucking serious?
This is caught inside the 15.
Bro, that shit is cap.
Zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Point after here coming up.
Yep.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Huh?
You just gonna make noodles and forget about it?
What I forget about?
Here is Wisnowski to
What?
prove
Why
the
you
way following the touchdown.
I did eat it with the bag. What are you talking about?
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Well, leave it right there. I get it. Chill out.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next
Man, that
drive.
shit cap,
And for
bro.
them, a touchdown their last go
You know what
around.
it
Obviously,
is.
they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. Yeah, this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports
That ain't
earlier in
it,
the week.
Thomas.
You must have heard this by now. The so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this is
What? That shit cap.
They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this single.
Dang, Shay.
Surprise pass or run, what will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward.
No.
And indeed he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he will score.
I don't know what the fuck Scotty Miller got. He got a jetpack in his back or something.
It's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover.
Nigga clicking off. You know what's up.
And the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up.
Fights through and now a crease. Taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 75 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Fuck.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Fighting through. Room to run again. And down to the 27-yard line.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage. And we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Watson off play action. He's got a man in the crossing route. That's Moore. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey.
Man, come on. This is some bullshit.
The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think
that he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Tommy Tremble, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones finding his safety help here. That's complete. So the second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 39, Jones. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. Off the play fake, Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
They're trying my motherfucking DBs, bro. This shit is crazy.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down about the 39. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Well, we talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
I just got a team.
They'll run on
Right.
down with Evans.
Like, I got a team. But guess what?
What?
My team every night has to merge with another team.
Take it all the way to
There ain't enough people.
51.
Yeah, so it's more of the same. Working with a whole nother team league, trying to,
Give him the football.
you know what I'm saying? And you don't need 2 team leagues to run the line.
I like it.
Like, I want a job that I know what's expected of me every day. I know when I go in here in this bitch, me and my team gonna do this, A, Z, and get out. Now, all this other confusion shit, trying to figure out who gonna go where, what team league gonna do what. Then you got one team league doing the paperwork, and the other team league gotta work the line. That team league feel like I ain't gotta work the line. Da-da-da-da-da. It's a lot of pull when it comes to like who's in charge. That shit is frustrating.
Here is Wisnowski to put it away following the touchdown.
I just need to go to a job where I work by myself.
And they will
My
not
God,
get a chance to
you're not
return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, trying to fit
Bro, how in the fuck is this nigga picking this shit?
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something
Go.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
After the interception, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now.
Field goal range.
These 2 teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle.
Okay,
That's
cool.
Marshall. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Watson. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
You missed that touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred him free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And quite a bit of pizza in this.
What's that?
It's a 53-yard
Damn.
attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
But they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help
Yeah,
them come
customer
back.
service
No, not at all. They've tried to get
on the job.
going.
Except for
Going
some
after
more
one
stuff.
there,
That's not too
but
far
you
from
gotta
you.
give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
A give running right is Evans. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top.
That motherfucker don't want to wait. She lazy.
Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This one fielded at the 5. But a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. To begin their next possession. They got the lead seat. What do you expect from them in the
That's what they were able to do on the ground.
She's trying to stress me out, bitch. Just came in here and got all my sticks while I was asleep.
But I'd keep an eye on that defense.
I got that before while you was gone. What are you talking about?
If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Yeah.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. So the false start will back them up 5. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Looking to throw. Jones. He lets this one fly.
Come on now. Come on now. Really, bro. Come on.
These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, that's
They tried to shit me.
and it's intercepted. That's off inside the 10. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
When the cheat over, I got something for you, boy.
Tough man to bring down all night. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a
I'm past my 45.
like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play.
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense could breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Boy, they trying to shit me.
He's not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down, McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Ugh, babe, how did you drink this tea?
That shit nasty, right?
It's old. I smelled it as soon as I opened it.
Here's Watson.
This shit is old.
Nowhere to go here. He
You
lost the
get
football.
that. Come over here.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points.
Watson, how the fuck you ain't get that ball off?
Watson gonna stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Watson. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They start the drive with Evans. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Bobby O'Carroll credit him for the sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Fuck.
They'll run out of the gun with Evans. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, got to carry the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
That Michael Jackson was a fool. The shit he said. And they say everybody dog food.
Here on a Sunday night. We'll return more after this.
He said what?
Everybody was dog food.
On EA Sports.
All I want to say is that they don't really care about it. He was tripping.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Superstar X Factors, man.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Evans. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Evans.
What is he hating on? Jump?
Touchdown, Buccaneers. Darrington Evans with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bucs add
Man, fuck.
They are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Point after, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, man, come on.
Just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
You gotta get Buddy out of that position. He ain't helping me here.
Just any interception. Are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? You just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can
Get him out of there. Get 2 out of there.
Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson eluding the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Watson looks to throw again. They'll roll him out right.
Man, come on. That shit weak as fuck.
An interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Watson. And now Watson throws another interception.
Shit weak as fuck, bro.
And the Buccaneers force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Off play action. Jones. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 2nd and 10, Jones flush to his right. And he's going to be out around the 45-yard line. A big play there on the keeper. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Somebody ain't guarding their man. What the fuck?
And you're going to throw the football? Expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional
man, dog.
at the quarterback.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From the gun, Jones flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're
Come here.
not playing the
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Come on, man. Come on.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going to throw right side here, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will
dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the all night.
122 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better really as the night's gone on.
It's a game of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Banjo. Check.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal. 50-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Boy, just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And they finally get him down at the other 46. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a play
what the fuck is that?
down. He sets to
come on.
deep. And this ball incomplete.
Yearly.
Very much to be a
What the fuck
catchable
was
ball.
that?
Not hang on. 2nd down coming up. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to take another shot here. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And a loose football. Picked off down at the
This nigga here, man.
That should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Now the try here for the point after.
Well,
And they open the lead up now to 25
fuck yourself,
points.
dummy.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today,
and this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Panthers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
they will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.